Welcome back to The Edge. Time now for our Prep Spotlight. WIA football getting into crunch time. Joined, as always, by our prep expert, Doug Ritchie. Doug, welcome.
Good to be here.
Yeah, all right. You know, some exciting games in the wet weather. Sometimes you get some of the most exciting football in the wet weather.
You can, because then the unpredictable stuff happens, fumbles, interceptions, people slip, touchdown runs. So it's more fun to watch it, but not to stand outside and watch it.
Yeah, to watch it on TV. Talk some of the folks that were out there said, well, I got a little soggy. And we're going to start with our game of the week this week. West De Pere keeps on rolling, and they get another win, stay undefeated. And I don't think, really, until playoffs come around, there's really nobody to challenge these guys.
Well, this was the second-place team in the league in Luxembourg-Casco, and Bill Turnquist said during the week he was looking forward to playing their first game against a team with a winning record. Well, they look forward to it, all right. They won by 39, and they had a lot of mistakes and penalties in this game. So, yeah, there's nothing standing in their way from this Bay title. They just got to wait for the postseason now.
Well, this team's got it all, really, don't they? I mean, they've got the defense, they've got the offense. It's really a complete package. Great
offense and defensive lines. They're probably bigger than anybody they go up against, and they run the ball a lot, but what they do, they set up their play action so well, it's hard to defend.
Well, as you see now, 6-0 overall. West De Pere 5-0. Hortonville hanging tough. They'll have probably 3 teams in the playoffs, at least from this game.
Yeah, maybe more depending on what happens the last 3 weeks. But the league below West De Pere isn't bad. It's just West De Pere is so darn good. I mean, they're not just good. They're one of the state elite.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the FRCC. Now, Schwabenau remaining one of the undefeateds as well. Got there by knocking around Pulaski, and you got to love the Kasner to Clark connection. It's been working really well for the Jets.
Yep, I saw them earlier this year against Southwest where they only won 7-3. The passing game wasn't there, but they've had big games this year. And, you know, when you find a high school team that can throw the ball as well as that Schwabenau
can at times. Right there. How about that? Kasner making that nice catch.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, they win. So let's take a look at the standings here. And, of course, the big game coming up next week is going to be at Schwabenau Bayport. And that's really going to be our game of the week.
Yeah, that's going to be a tight one. And Schwabenau has a later date with Notre Dame. This conference is far from being decided right now.
Well, let's move to the FVA now, and Menasha's been dominating this conference, but they always knew in the backs of their heads they still had Kimberly coming, and they got them on Friday night. So that was, again, you knew these two teams were going to have to butt heads eventually, and Kimberly takes it.
Yep.
Menasha looked good in the game. I mean, they were in it for the first 3 quarters, really.
Yeah, you know, Kimberly's been here. They've done this, and this was Menasha's first real test on the road. They played Appleton North at home, and this would have been, I think, maybe a little minor upset just based on what Kimberly's done all the last few years, but Menasha stuck with them, just couldn't hang with them.
Yeah, and they were able to come back, as you see, in the fourth quarter, and really salt this one away. And so, right now, this conference looks like this. Appleton North actually up on top because Appleton North played Kimberly and beat Kimberly, and that's the loss. And so but it's interesting here. You got 3 5-1 teams, 2 4-2 teams. This is a strong conference, Doug.
Very good. Appleton North lost to Menasha. Kimberly beat Menasha. Menasha beat Appleton North. So they've all beaten each other. So they're going to end up a 3-way tie. They're just that good, and nobody else has touched them.
All right, finally tonight, taking a look at the Eastern Valley real quickly, where Xavier continues the dominance, really, with another win, this one over Ripon.
Ripon was their last alleged hurdle.
Yep.
Well, the hurdle was pretty short because it was 39-6, and Xavier's taken on all comers, and now the schedule's easy down the stretch, and it would be shocking if they didn't go 9-0 to finish the season.
Well, here, Xavier, as you can see right now, 5-0 in conference and 6-0 overall. Well, PACA having a great year, too. And, you know, don't count out the Ripons and Little Chutes still are playing well, too.
They're all playing well. Winnicott, they're too. They got probably 5 very likely playoff teams, and if Clintonville makes a late run, maybe.
Yeah, so interesting going to be coming down to it. Well, you take a look for more at our Fox 11 website. We've got extended prep coverage. Simply go to fox11online.com, and what you do is you scroll over sports, click on high school, and you find our game of the week. This week, coverage is going to be, of course, of the Bayport Ashwaubenon game. So that should be exciting.
It's going to be a great game, I think.
All right, as always, Doug Ritchie, thanks for joining us here on our Prep Spotlight.